Today we are commemorating the signing of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights 74 years ago in 1948. As we witness the struggles of people around the world, in Iran, Myanmar, Ukraine, the Congo, and the BIPOC and LGBTQ+ communities here at home, this document, drafted by a UN committee chaired by Eleanor Roosevelt, enshrines the rights and freedoms of all human beings. Given that we are corroborating with the Pasadena Mayor's Office to observe this fundamental text in human and civil rights, we look no further than Eleanor Roosevelt's words to come up with this year's theme: human rights begin at home. We have so many people to thank. We would like to acknowledge Reverend Chase, Debbie Daniels, and all of the radically inclusive members of the All Saints Church community for making it possible to use this incredible space to bring us all together as we re-emerge from COVID. Pasadena's history with the UNA runs really deep. We are the 4th oldest UNA chapter in the country, and we really cherish our annual partnership with the Mayor's Office. So I would like to now invite Mayor Victor Gordo to share some words with you.
Let me first begin by thanking all of you for being here, and let's hear it for Diederich for 16 years. We have generated local support here in Pasadena that extends far beyond our borders, that really touches the world. Through the United Nations local chapter, we fought for global peace, justice, freedom, and very importantly, well-being. As we look around not just our community, but our country and the world, there can be no more noble effort on the part of any individual or collective group of individuals than to fight for those things, particularly everyone's well-being throughout the world. I would like to thank the Poly UNA chapter and Michaela Sabag, where's Michaela? Who I know. And of course, David Laya for their efforts in leading. So, on behalf of the city of Pasadena and all residents of Pasadena, I'd like to commend all of you for your efforts to ensure that our city does its part to ensure that human rights and human well-being is protected, not just here in Pasadena, in our beautiful city, not just in our region, not just in our state, not just in our country, but throughout the world. As an immigrant myself, who came here from Zacatecas, Mexico, I thank you for your efforts.
Good evening, everybody. My name is David Lara.
And I'm Michaela Sabag. We're this year's co-presidents of the UNA Poly chapter, and we're so excited to introduce tonight's evening speakers.
Thank you, Ms. Diederich, for kicking this evening's events off. We'd like to once again thank the Mayor's Office and the UNA Pasadena chapter for funding and organizing this event. Masauko is not only an inspiring artist, but also a pioneer for human rights and social justice.
His father was the Minister of Education in Malawi prior to his exile, and he worked hard to spread educational resources throughout Malawi and support underrepresented Malawians.
Thank you all so much for coming, and please welcome Masauko.
The song is called Finger Painting a Masterpiece.
Not just for me, people everywhere get to see our children strong and free. Finger painting now. Keep finger painting, look out. Kids growing up strong and free. You sing strong and free. Strong and free. Strong and free. Strong and free. Let me hear the ladies. Let me hear the ladies. Let's try this. Let's see where we can go with this. All the ladies in the house like this. Strong and free. 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 And the fellas like, strong and free. Strong and free. Not bad, fellas. Thank you very much. Paul Livingstone is going to play the sitar, beautiful instrument from India. Paul is from Pasadena. Paul is an activist. Give Paul a hand, you can do that. Makolo means parents. Makolo Akale means ancestors. We have come to share the wisdom of a people. We are from spaces inside of God's own heart. Come know the green days. Love's touch. Mr. Dwight Trible, would you like to join us?
Tonight, we have the honor of introducing not one, but two incredible individuals, Tom Harding and Dr. Dorothy Garcia. While in South Africa, they were impressed by the work of a particular artist collective, Monkey Biz, which provides jobs and health services for women struggling with HIV and AIDS. Garcia and Harding decided to try to make a profit for the Cape Town collective, connecting the artist and the consumer.
From this, they were able to spread South African culture and art throughout the United States.
Together, they founded Art AIDS Art, a nonprofit organization based in Pasadena, promoting education and sustainable economic development through the arts, working collaboratively with women affected by poverty and HIV and AIDS in South Africa.
Another joint project of theirs is Akaya Akasi, Home of the Hood. Founded in 2008, Akaya Akasi is a community center based in the heart of Kailicha.
The sustainable building includes an edible garden room, and workspaces for locals, including a beauty salon, a retail shop for artists, and a community-run restaurant that offer classes for healthy cooking and safe food preparation.
The Hope is that the center is a place for locals to work and meet, a way to invite others into their township, with a B&B that gives tourists and visiting artists a chance to experience life in Kailicha.
Uplifted ancestors, guides, fierce protectors, and skilled healers, please stand with me. Dorothy Garcia, child of Yoshiko Fujigami and Daniel Garcia, be with us in this moment and guide us along the road with a clear mind. We are root of your root, soil of your soil, bone of your bone, and blood of your blood. Not deaf to our sincere cries, nor blind to our honest placations, keep the gifts of perfect health, wealth, and prosperity close so that we may honor and grow your legacy. We have not forgotten our commitment to our lineage, and we vow to never forget. I'd like to take this moment to invoke the names of the spirits of the people whom we have lost to AIDS. I'd like to begin with Tabong, our first volunteer in Kailicha.
As an organization working in South Africa, I'll begin by noting the incredibly important role that Pasadena played in the struggle for democracy there. The City Council, along with faith communities like All Saints, was active in condemning the apartheid regime and joining in the movement to divest in South Africa, a global campaign that helped to topple the racist, whites-only government. So props to Pasadena and props to All Saints. Working in a newly democratic South Africa back in the 90s, it was arts activism concerning HIV/AIDS that connected us to local artists and artisans in Cape Town and eventually led to the founding of our organization. So often, it is art that provides the tipping point in human rights movements. ArtAid's art's goal has been to create safe spaces, particularly for women and girls, to gather, learn, and create, utilizing the arts to educate people about their bodies. All human rights concerning gender, housing, health, education, democratic rights, all human rights are rights that we must never take for granted, and that we must forever advocate and vigilantly guard. That is our collective responsibility. We must vow never to forget.
WIN Malawi works in the rural villages on the outskirts of Mangochi, which is one of the most underdeveloped regions of the country. The organization provides free schooling for orphan children and teaches basic life skills like farming and fishing to locals, especially women, so that they can earn a living wage. She's been doing this for the last 25 years. This is Catherine Ajizinga Chipembere, Director of WIN Malawi.
I would like to thank the mayor and the city of Pasadena for organizing this event and for honoring my son, Masauko Chipembere. He is struggling so much to help his mother in Malawi. Thank you, Masa. My family arrived in Pasadena in 1975. We were in exile from Malawi. What made this city amazing for us was the diversity of people we came in contact with. Our neighbors were Darcian from Armenia, the Chens from China, Gonzalez family from Mexico, the Dwadis from Uganda, and the Caiphas Semenya, his family, from South Africa. All of us had come to Pasadena looking for a safe place to raise our children. I attended Pacific Oaks College and got a degree in early childhood development. Little did I know that what I was learning here at home in Pasadena would become incredibly valuable in Malawi. When I first arrived in Pasadena in 1975, I lost my husband, Henry Masauko Chipembere, to diabetes. Our son and last born child, Masauko, who is sharing music today, was named after him. Life was hard, very hard, in a new country, as a single mother with 7 children. I was part of a community at Pacific Oaks where it didn't matter what color you were, see my color, and how much money you had. I think I was one of the poorest students there because one time the financial aid called me and said, Catherine, we got a scholarship for a student from underdeveloped countries. And you're the only one here. That's all. Thank heavens. You know, the heavens are looking after me. I need that scholarship. I didn't have any money for school. They actually made me like their baby in Pacific Oaks. Thank you.
My name is Janie Drum, and I'm the co-vice president of the Poly UNA chapter. And I would like to take a moment to thank all of the partner organizations who contributed to the success of today's event. We, the Polytechnic United Nations chapter, are honored to work in coordination with UNA Pasadena. As many of you know, the UNA continues to influence and shape engagement in global citizenship.
We're doing amazing work here, and we're looking for new members who are interested in supporting the critical work and the ideas of the United Nations through events like tonight. And in 2023, we will be celebrating International Women's Day, Earth Day, United Nations Day, and again, Human Rights Day.
Miri's List is an organization dedicated to improving the experience of new arrival families by filling in the gaps of governmental system support for refugees, providing a mechanism for a community of supporters to help families with what they need to thrive in the United States. This is Miri Whitehall, founder of Miri's List.
We have been able to help over 5,000 people to start this American experience in that first apartment. We help families to learn English, to make friends, to get mental health support. We help families to get jobs, not any job, but a good job, so they can support themselves and their families. There's lots of ways to get involved. Just back there we have some materials. Look at all the volunteer helper students. Hey guys. Oh, wait, yeah, you can talk to them, they'll help you. You can even write a welcome letter to one of the families in our program. We have materials there. You just write a letter, you put it in the box, and we'll make sure that that message gets to a family who's new here. And it will mean the world to them to have that feeling of being welcomed. And thank you so much for inviting Miri's List here. It's so wonderful. It's kind of this full circle, because Miri's List would not exist without this neighbor who thought to introduce me to this family that she had met through this church. And here we are 6 years later, over 5,000 people helped so far, and we want to help 5,000 more within the next couple years, and the need is so great. So if you are moved to get involved, I just want to invite you in, because we need as many helpers as we can find. And thank you so much.
Thank you to Miri and her organization. Hi, my name is Evelyn Younger, and I'm a member of Poly's UNA chapter board.
Hello, my name is Mimi Urena Flores. I am also a student at Polytechnic School, and Evelyn and I are leaders of the Closing the Loop Club at Polytechnic School. Our club focuses on promoting sustainability and combating climate change through food sorting as well as composting.
When organics go to the landfills and break down there, they release methane, which is an incredibly harmful greenhouse gas, worse than carbon dioxide. And so sorting your food is incredibly important, because 20% of California's methane emissions come from our landfills.
We ask all of you tonight to help us to ensure that all of the food waste is properly sorted by by putting your leftover waste into they're small and they're going to be over there. They're green bins that have the food waste label on it. So please, after you're done, put all your food waste within those bins and all of your other waste within the trash.
Thank you so much for doing your part, and thank you all for being here. Please